Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Khoo Hsu Chuang, joined of course as usual by Wei Lynn Tang and Chong. Before we begin, it is the 1st of September 2015. My learned colleagues have something to say to all of you.
Just something small. Happy Merdeka to all Malaysians.
And Salam Bersih.
And Salam Satu Malaysia.
Right, Chong, so let's just get to the market.
52-point swing. We started off so well today. I think we're all awash with joy because it's the first month of the new, of our 59th year as a country. Started off so well, but ended up in tears. Oil in China, I think.
The rebound is short-lived and it's bearish according to analysts. So today, where fundamentals seem to be sidelined, let's look at a technical bit, right? So technical analysts have actually said that prices are expected to further decline because really in the domestic and external front, it's really lacking positive news still.
That's right. I think what happened last week was oil had a nice 3-day gain, the best gain in that time frame since the Iraq invasion in 2000 and in fact 1990.
Yeah, right, guys. We actually saw about 4 consecutive days of rally last week, and today KLCI did not sustain the morning rally, dropping about 0.22% to just above 1,600 points. But this morning, basically, investors came too quick.
Yeah, they were too incentivized by the oil surge, and of course arrived too soon, leaving a sticky, gooey mess.
CI actually climbed to an intraday high of 1,660.22 points. It's pretty high.
That's up about 48 points.
Correct, compared with the market last week. After OPEC signaled that it might cut production, we had a conversation just now and we said that OPEC actually did not signal a cut in oil production. They are just going to sit down with the oil producers.
So while Malaysia rose this morning, our hot stock Paramount Corp dropped. And while the KLCI actually ended down on the day, Paramount ended up. And I think the reason is because they told the press in an interview with the Digital Edge that they were going to defer new projects and while maintaining existing projects. Now, of course, the market took this negatively in the morning.
But at the end of the day, actually up about 1%. I think the bigger picture, right, Chong? So Paramount is just one of the other property developers, perhaps, who is practicing a more cautious stance in this slowing property environment. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, you see, because it still actually intends to meet its sales target of 400 million ringgit this year. And if you compare to last year, it's still a growth from its last year's sales of 317 million ringgit.
Yeah, I mean, we saw from Maybank's earnings last week that loans growth on the residential and non-residential front was actually slowing year on year. Loan approvals have also been dropping. So Paramount have been very prudent, and I guess it's very in line with the managing director, right? Datuk Teo Chang Kwan. He's a very prudent businessman. They're going to defer projects in Batu Kawan and Penang. They're going to defer projects in Section 13 and in Klang as well. And I think this is really just a reflection of the poor market conditions and environment.
But they will still actually go ahead to launch a residential property in Salak Tinggi Sepang, and because this falls within the affordable segment. So in today's environment, affordable is key, or key is affordable, right? So we're talking about prices of 500,000 ringgit and below. But beyond this, actually, Chuang, Paramount also has a property, education segment.
KDU,
exactly.
Right, yeah.
So while property still contributes largely to its revenue and earnings, it still has the education arm to support its recurring income.
You know, a couple of years ago, I interviewed Datuk Teo Chong Kwan, and what really struck me about him is one of those typical and very conservative Chinese businessmen. At that time, it was all about build and sell. And he was saying, well, bring it on, because as a developer, what they do, and they're very fiscally prudent, right? So they've got a lot of cash on the balance sheet. They fund all the development by themselves. They don't take on too much bank loans. And I guess in good times or bad times, they're able to wait for the market to ride itself out, all the kinks through the process.
And their property projects, they've actually built a name as well in the Bandar Utama, so in the area. And so I think by virtue of that, whether they actually slow down on their launches or not, the properties they have at hand should be quite good.
Yeah, I think to wrap up the summation, it's going to be very interesting because when you say someone like Paramount Corp, and they're known to be very fiscally prudent, they're known to be very prudent on the development front, when they start making positive statements, I think that's really when they have a sense that the market is turning on the property front.
Right, Chuang.
Okay.